Hey guys, welcome in. How's everybody doing? My name's Shannon. We're here today with a timeless Aquarius reading, and I believe tomorrow I'm going to do my first ever all signs reading, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested. All right, without further ado, let's jump into your reading, Aquarius. Let's see what your central issue is. Starting out with the Emperor, Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There may have been something new that you were excited to begin, and maybe you're kind of shocked at how far you've come thus far in this endeavor. Let's see, what past actions, what's relevant to this situation? Show me first. Yes, the Magician. So, and the Page of Pentacles. This is definitely, if this reading is for you, right now where we're at is we've wanted to start something new. We've wanted to jump into something new. We've wanted to take action on something that maybe has been resonating with us, but that we haven't actually either had the time or had the wherewithal or had the energy to really move into that path. Now we see with the Magician and the Emperor coming out that we have chosen to take action on whatever this is that has been calling to us. Now, we've had both Pentacles and Wands for the pages. So this could be anything in your life. This could be anything that you've been wanting to take action on, but this would be something that has to do with the physical reality that we're living in, as opposed to maybe our mental or our emotional state. And it looks like whatever this is that we've stepped into, we have a really solid foundation going right now with the Emperor. We have a really solid base for whatever this is. And I'm hearing you may not know it yet. So maybe you have jumped into some type of a new situation and you're kind of questioning how you're doing, or you're questioning, was this the right move for me? And it's like you're 10 steps ahead of where you're giving yourself credit for being at, and you're not quite realizing it yet. All right, let's see what energy is challenging us in this new pursuit, Spirit. Yeah, Death. And the Two of Pentacles. This kept coming out in the pre-shuffle as well. So with the Death card coming out, what's challenging us? And let me just say this too. We have 3 major arcana cards out so far. So every card that has been pulled thus far is a major arcana card. So with Death being the energy that's challenging us, there's something about this transition that you've now come into that, I don't want to say you're struggling with it, but it may feel like an uphill battle to you. It's almost like looking back on where we were. It's like you knew that you wanted to head, maybe not in this particular direction, but you knew something needed to happen. You knew you were going somewhere. You knew you wanted to take action on something in your life. But now that you've taken that action, you're kind of having a difficult time dealing with the transition from being in one state to being in another state. And we're trying to juggle it. We're trying to keep all the balls in the air. We're trying to keep things balanced. But it's hard to do that. Like if you think about it, if you think about walking on like a balance beam or something, if we keep looking behind us, if we keep looking to the past, it's going to throw our balance off. It's going to make us feel off kilter. So there's something about us moving into a position, really having a solid foundation in it. But for some reason, we're still wondering, was this the right decision for me to make? Did I miss something maybe in events that have already passed? Instead of keeping our mind facing forward, we're struggling with making this transition. Like I said, it feels like you guys don't quite know how well you are doing. So maybe that's making you second guess things. All right, let's see. What opportunities do we have surrounding us? Interesting. The Tower and the Ten of Pentacles for our opportunity. You guys have to let that tower fall. Whatever this is that is making us second guess the steps that we've taken, it's hindering you from getting to this point of completion. And maybe for some of you, it's kind of like you didn't expect this to move as fast as it has moved, but it's moving. And the only thing standing in the way of this actually coming to fruition in the way that, you know, you would like for it to is you. So we also have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck here. So this is something that was fated for you to go through. We have the Magician, the Emperor, Death, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is us taking a major step in our life. This is us taking, not only taking a major leap of faith into something that maybe felt difficult for us, something that we thought about for a long, long time, something we wanted to take action on, but maybe didn't feel quite ready to. Now that we've finally taken that action, Spirit's kind of nudging us to move forward into it with our whole heart. And to be able to cut the cords that are keeping us tied to whatever happened in the past, that are holding us back from fully seeing this realization come to fruition. And again, we have the Ten of Pentacles out here. This is going to be a successful venture if you choose to allow it to be. All right. Anything else? All right, how best can we work with these energies? What's our guidance on working with these energies? Whoa. Okay, we have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands. For some of you, the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. For some of you, this absolutely could be about a relationship with another person with the Two of Cups coming out. It could be about any type of relationship with another person. Doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic one, but it very well could be. With the Ten of Wands coming out, and this is how best we can work with the current energies. So instead of fighting this, instead of feeling like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, this is kind of like Spirit saying there's somebody else here that can help. Allow them to help you. Talk to them. Share your emotions, however this resonates for you. And this could even be with like your guides. This could be talking to Spirit. This could be talking to a family member. But there's something about you being in a situation where you're feeling the need to carry all of the weight. And it's simply not true. With the Seven of Wands being on the bottom of the deck, what this feels like to me is we've been burnt in the past, right? We finally made this giant leap. And now, on top of making this giant leap, we're also being asked to trust another person instead of us doing it all by ourselves. And that can be a very difficult thing to do, to let go, to allow someone else to come in and help us, especially when we're very used to doing things on our own, solo. So these energies here that we're kind of dealing with, this transitionary energy, as well as the energy of needing to allow something to break back down to its original state, whatever this is for you. There's something here about not needing to go through this alone, about accepting help when it's needed. And, you know, you came out, the initial energy here was the Emperor. And one could make the argument that the Emperor is, you know, this strong, masculine energy. But at the same time, they're not doing everything completely on their own. The Emperor knows when to defer to others for advice or for help. So that's the guidance here as far as how to work with this energy, is to remind yourself that you don't have to go this alone. You don't have to carry all these wands by yourself. And you don't need to be keeping up maybe barriers that we had in place before we made this very significant shift. And this need to, how do I want to say this? This feeling of needing to be on our guard at all times. If this is your reading and this is resonating for you, there's something here about needing to kind of let your guard down and allow this to completely come together into one cohesive type of situation, whatever that might be for you. What's holding us back from actually working with this energy, from moving forward? Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. You guys are, again, there's something being held on to here. There's something that hasn't been fully released yet, and that's okay. You know, we all do things at our own time. But this reading is basically so far showing us you've made an enormous amount of growth here. You've had an enormous amount of growth within yourself. And not just on like the day-to-day level, not just like, you know, you passed an exam or something like this. This is us finally reconciling parts of ourselves that maybe have been hidden for years. Maybe we have kept on the back burner, problems, issues that maybe we haven't wanted to deal with. This is us finally stepping into our power and dealing with these things. This is turning over a completely new leaf in life. And that would explain why this is feeling so difficult for you to release something from your past. You came out, and remember, when that Emperor came out and the Magician came out, we had the Death card come out. I said, it feels almost like you're not realizing exactly how stable and in what a good situation you're in right now. How strong your footing is right now. And this is kind of just reiterating this point. What's holding us back from allowing these energies to come through completely? We're holding on because we're fearing losing our stability in some way. Whether that be financially, whether that be, you know, emotionally, whether that be, you know, I'm concerned that I'll lose all the friends in my friend group. However this is resonating for you, there's something here about deferring to someone else for help and realizing that you are by far strong enough to step into this new timeline that's being laid out in front of you. Because again, guys, this is a major leap. This is like if something from childhood that we have always carried with us, and finally we're getting to a place where we can finally release that. We can release that trauma. We're stepping into our power. That can feel like a very scary thing, because even though, you know, trauma isn't good, you know, it's not something that any of us are wishing for. When we've lived with that our whole lives up till this point, it can feel very familiar, and familiarity feels comfortable to us. So there's this idea of needing to let go of something that made us feel safe in the past, that is no longer serving us. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's see what our guidance is here. our overall guidance. The King of Wands with the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's time for you to take the reins. You have the power within yourself to discern between what is for you and what is not for you. You don't need to cling to whatever this is that you're clinging to anymore. We have this Ten of Pentacles that's trying desperately to come through. But we have to allow that tower to fall. We have to go through this death and rebirth process. And stepping into the energy of the King of Wands, being assertive, knowing what we want, being sure of ourselves, is going to help greatly in helping you to release what needs to be released and to ask for help when we need to ask for help. All right, let's look at the outcome. Whoa. All right, we have the outcome, the Empress and the Lovers. So what this to me, guys, is saying as the outcome is you're going to make a major choice here with the Lovers card. A major choice. Oh my God, you guys, the bottom of the deck here, we have Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, and the Lovers, with the Ace of Swords underneath of that. This is like, let me just get this out and then I'm going to talk about what this is as a whole. With the Empress card coming out as well, this is allowing whatever this is, whatever this Ten of Pentacles is, whatever the whole point behind this is you allowing this to be birthed. This is you allowing this to come to life. This is you allowing this through. This is you allowing that tower to fall and releasing the fear or the burden that we feel we need to carry, that we no longer need to carry. But overall, guys, this is an incredibly huge step for you. And this is something that took so much of your mental fortitude, your spiritual fortitude, your emotional fortitude. It took so much of you to get to the place where you're at right now. And it's almost as if you're still living like you haven't gotten to this point. Like you're living still in the past back here where you're thinking that you still need to manifest this or you still have work to put in on this. And Spirit's coming through and saying, no, the only thing you have to do to realize the full potential of this change is to allow whatever this is from the past that we're holding on to die, not actually die, but allow that to pass and allow this tower to fall. We need to allow the past to stay in the past, and we need to be able to continue to move forward without holding on to the traumas, the hurts, the second guessing of ourselves, things like this that held us back previously. We need to be able to release all of that. There's something here that is no longer serving you, that has carried over into, like I said before, this feels like a whole brand new timeline, if that makes sense. I hope it does. You carried over some of these past, I don't want to call them habits, but these past ways of dealing with when things go bad. Like when things go bad, I know I have to carry all of these wands by myself. When things go bad, I know I need to cling to things and make sure that, everything's okay. A piece of that has carried over into this new space. And Spirit's letting you know that you just need to step up and say, you know what? I trust myself. I trust Spirit. I trust my guides. I trust what is resonating with me at a deep level. And I am going to take the action that is needed in order to allow this new timeline to truly come to fruition, allow this timeline to be birthed into my life. And once you're able to do that, guys, you've got a lot of beautiful things coming your way. But again, like I said earlier, we have Temperance, the Wheel, the Lovers. It's up to you. There's a choice that needs to be made here, and this is a major decision. And I think deep down within you, you know what decision needs to be made. But again, it feels very much like we're holding on to something that may have kept us safe at one point, that is no longer, that now has become a hindrance to us moving forward. So if this is resonating with you guys, I would really recommend that you kind of sit with this energy and ask yourself, where am I getting hung up? Why am I not feeling like that I'm in this Emperor energy, that I've gotten to this place? What is it from my past that is making me second guess this major leap that I'm currently taking? And, I tell you guys this all the time, but if you feel called to, speak to your guides, ask for them to come through to you in your dreams, ask for a sign, because I think deep down, if this is your reading, you know exactly what needs to be done. And it's almost like you're being modest. Like, oh, I'm not quite there yet. You absolutely are. You absolutely are, my friends. It feels like there's just one more big step. And then once we take that step, once we make that major choice, we're going to move into this new energy. And you're going to be in a really good, solid place with whatever this is. This could just be an issue between you and yourself, like I said, something that may be carried over from childhood. For others of you, though, this could be about a job. This could be about, this could be a complete spiritual awakening. We have 8 major arcana cards out. The majority of this spread is major arcana. Wow, guys. Well, if this is your reading, I truly hope this gives you some confirmation or some clarity. As always, I wish you the best of luck on your continued journey. You guys are really, really, really shifting things in your life for the better. I have full confidence in you that you're going to get to the other side of this, and you will see the beauty that you have manifested for yourself. All right, my friends, that's where we're going to leave it at today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I love you all so much. I truly hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will talk to you again soon.